Yeah, I'm sure everybody has echoed this. It's a different world, coming into year 2 in the NFL, seeing what he's seen, obviously. And we saw, that in the first half and the second half of the year. And then, being reintroduced the same offense. Nothing is truly new to him. And, he looks obviously, a lot more comfortable. Everything's a little bit quicker. And, he obviously demands the huddle really well now.
Why do you think you guys, you and he, developed so quickly such a good chemistry together?
I really don't have an answer for that. It's for me, from my side, it's always trying to get on the same page as the QB. So, trying to see what he sees out there and, being where he expects me to be when he expects me to be there. And, as you do that consistently, I think that helps a lot.
What has stood out to you about Garrett so far?
He's a heck of an athlete. Smooth, strong hands. I mean, he's a really good receiver.
Sal was talking before about kind of the versatility you guys have in that room now. Guys can run positions.
Yep.
What can that mean for you guys as a group? Having guys that can play all over the place.
It's huge just having that versatility from all different positions. Things happen in season. Whether somebody gets tired, somebody gets hurt, God forbid, but it happens. So it's really nice having that versatility to where everything doesn't blow up if something happens to one person or another.
How do you see your role fitting in now that Garrett was drafted first round pick? Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Braxton Berrios. How do you see your role?
Whenever, whatever. As I echoed last year and years before. I think I can do anything they need me to do, and that's what I'll be there for.
Jameson got most of the work last year after his slot. With him gone, do you see that as an opportunity maybe to expand your snap count?
Yeah, of course. And, like we just talked about, we're very versatile across the board. And, again, whatever, whenever, I'll be there. And, obviously we lost him and then, we gained Garrett. So there's opportunity out there for everybody. And it's actually a really, really fun and exciting thing to go into.
If you had to tell Jet fans why they should be excited about Zach Wilson, what would you say specifically?
I think there's a lot of reasons. I truly don't think I have to sit up here and sell my quarterback on why people have to be excited. I don't think I need to do that. I think last year you see the first half and the second half of the year, and I think that paints the picture. And I'm not going to sit here and sell him. He'll sell himself, and I'm excited to play with him.
Is that it? You see, special teams-wise, do you expect to do the same stuff you did last year?
Yeah, I do.
Do them both?
Yeah, I absolutely do. We had both of those phases, we had a really good year last year, and I fully expect to be doing that as well.
Braxton, how much better do you think this offense can be with the changes that were made this offseason?
A lot. Obviously we left a lot on the field last year for a lot of different reasons in different games. There are times where we clicked, and, I think going into year 2, the consistency is definitely going to be a lot better from top to bottom. And, just overall, I think we've become a lot better of a team than we were last year, whether it's the young guys getting older, the free agents we brought in, and then other people just getting experience in the system. I really think that there's no telling how good we can be, and honestly only we can determine that. It's what we put on film and how we come to work every day that's going to determine that.
We talk and ask you a lot about yourself and other players on the team, but have you also seen the difference in Mike LaFleur in terms of him being a second-year play caller, second-year offensive coordinator? Could you tell anything different there?
Honestly, no. We go and we fight where we're told. It's not my job to dissect an offensive coordinator and his calls and what he's doing. I truly don't believe there's great play calls. It's everybody gets a call and we got to go execute it. And that's where we come in, and we can make a coach look as good as bad as we are by our execution. And I think that's the only thing that matters. If we do what we do, or what we're supposed to do on that any given play, it's going to be a positive play.
How much more comfortable does Zach look in year 2 versus year 1?
Very, very. At this point in the year, obviously, I can't imagine being a rookie quarterback, so I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I have been. But, I'm sure it was a new offense, new system, and everything, just getting to know all your players, all your personnel. And, this year, obviously, being through that with the same coaching staff he's had, it's a lot different, I'm sure.
Braxton, when you look back at last season, I remember talking to you about what you could do and what you could bring. You've always been a confident guy. But when you look back at that and how it just took off, and on the field and off the field, as far as the fans get behind, is it wild, like, to see how that kind of just suddenly kind of progressed, even though you've been at this a long time?
Yeah, I think football is a game of opportunities. And that really paints that picture. I pride myself on being the same guy every day, coming to work the same, and like I said, whatever. And I was called on a lot in that last half, 5-6 games of the year, and my job was to execute, and I think I did at a high level and consistently at a high level. So again, that's what I pride myself on, being consistent. And it's not really the time to reflect, but there were times it was pretty cool last year.
You and Zach have clicked off the field too. Tell me about the bond between you two off the field.
Yeah, he's my guy. He's my guy. And I bring some experience and a little bit of age. I can't believe I'm saying that I'm 22, but a lot older than him, it feels like at times. But we talk about everything from football and then obviously life around that. And we've just been able to relate really well to each other. And then obviously football, when he came down and, we threw around a little bit, that all helps, and it all just kind of snowfalls. And I think this team in general, as a whole, has become a lot closer, even in these last, 2 months that we've been here, a lot closer than the building's been before.
What are your first impressions of the rookie running back, Breece Hall?
Yeah, it's hard, obviously, with no pads. It's especially a running back. You can't see everything. But I know he had a heck of a career in college, and I'm looking forward to watching what he does in camp, preseason, and in the season.
A lot of changes were made in the secondary on this team, Braxton. The battles out there, I know it's not quite, no pads on them and everything.
Yeah.
But what stood out to you about that group right now, the new guys there?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of new pieces, and they're obviously working every day just like we are. But there's a lot of speed. There's a lot of experience now out there. Obviously having Joyner back, getting healthy is a great thing for that group. And we have young guys. We have obviously Sauce, the brand new guy, and a lot of free agents. So I think by training camp, they're going to be firing. And again, they have size, they have length, they have speed, and those safeties can hit. So I'm really excited to watch our defense.
It seems like there's chirping back and forth when we saw on some.
Of course.
Has it been competitive in the OTA?
As it should be. Yeah, as it should be. And that's the thing. You obviously have a mutual respect for your teammates, but if we're not competitive, we really aren't anything in football. And as long as it stays out of the real fights and stuff that can get guys hurt, you love it, because that's what makes everybody better, and that's exactly how we should be.
What are you most proud of about what you accomplished last year?
As a team, we didn't accomplish too much, truthfully. And, one day there's going to be a time where I sit up here and I can, maybe when I retire, and talk about all I did. But fact of the matter is we won 4 games last year. And that's whatever we have to do to improve that is honestly where this team's focus is.
What about you personally?
That's personal. It's
Have you had
personal.
opportunities to go against Sauce in practice in any team periods?
Yeah, a couple.
If so, what your takeaways, impressions?
It's exactly what I think most people would expect. He's long, he's tall, he's fast. He has truly all the attributes of being a great corner. And I don't know I don't know the system of the defense per se. I don't know any of that. But when he's out there, it looks like he's doing the right thing. He's been productive.
What benefits are there when you have that size of corner? Because I feel like for years and years, corners are mostly 5'9", 5'10", 5'11", and now you've kind of seen an influx of the taller guys out there like him.
Yeah, they can prevent mismatches for sure. You know, you have the smaller guys, and then you'd send your, you know, the biggest guys, the Calvin Johnsons out there, and, you know, it'd be really hard to guard them. But, you know, when you have guys that are 6'1", 6'2", that are long, you know, they can jump with anybody, and then you have the ones that are fast and quick, you know, that also have that size, you know, it prevents mismatches. And, you know, obviously you got to go out there and do your job regardless, but, you know, that's where you you eliminate some things, and so you only have a few to worry about, and, you know, those corners are dangerous.